What's up, everybody? Cedric and CJ here, CRWC commentary, and this is Friday Night SmackDownish, and we're gonna jump right on into this right here. Now we did watch NXT, and it was good. There's some things we saw. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and Raquel just looked very amateurish out there.
Yeah, she didn't perform well.
She looked like she should have been on NXT, forever. It was bad. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, Obafemi, Javon, what's his name? Javon what?
Evans.
Trick Williams. And I remember Trick in TNA, but
Really?
he just won't. He was much younger and not as uber ripped. If he won't TNA, he was somewhere I watched him.
Okay.
But that is doing well, and now Joe Hendry's involved in it, but I don't see the importance of him. And I'm enjoying what's going on with Ricky Saints, as they call him now. Ethan Page, I'm liking him. It's weird, wrestling gear and in the ring. I'm like, okay, that's a wrestler. And then you look at him when he's just in his clothes and glasses on. I was like, he looked like a very well-informed commentator.
You know what's cool? He's not always screaming.
Yes.
Before he went through that little bit of a change before he left, he was always screaming.
So, I mean, NXT is good.
It's good, yeah.
It's good. It can't be a hit on every single thing through any and every show, but it's good. So, SmackDown, April 25th. Let's see, John Cena, he comes out and Cedar points out that the announcer said it wrong again, and I had to note that this is the date number 26, and he only has to come out and talk.
Yeah,
he done said that. Cena points to the ring announcer, calls him into the ring, just like Cedra said. And then the fans chant randomly. The ring announcer announces him, the greatest of all time, the never seen 17, and the last real champion.
Yep.
So before Cena can talk, Orton's music hit. This is an oration. This is what they're doing now. So, So Orton says that Cena has a void to fill, and after talking about all the whole Make-A-Wish and how he was so great at that and whatnot, and it's like that had to mean something, and he said, you know what, I know what the void is. You gotta have some kids. Can you imagine some square jaw, thick forearm little kids running around?
Little Cenas.
Then he said, be a man. So that's a strike. Have some kids. That's another strike.
It'll change your life.
Yep. He said to be a better man. That's another strike. He says it'll change your life. It works for me.
Yeah, it worked for me.
It was an infomercial. Yeah. That's what it was.
He was really trying to sell reproduction.
Yes. Be a man. Have some kids. It'll make you a better man. Trust me. It worked for me. It will make you have a better life. It's like, well, I think I will do that.
Must be some Ortons running around with quadzilla thighs.
And Cena is offended by that. You're gonna come out here and kid shame me, parent shame me? If y'all hear the dog, she just is not our dog, but she close.
She's doing what she do.
Being a dog.
Dogs bark.
So, yeah, but she barks at everything, even the things that ain't there.
Something's there, we just can't hear it.
I'm not going to be arrogant about it, so yeah, you're right. So, Cena then congratulates Randy on having kids. He says that he doesn't have kids because he spent 25 years raising his.
Meaning not his,
yeah,
raising.
he said, but raising yours. But he was
Talking about the fans.
Yeah, but he was looking at Randy. It's almost like Cena might have wanted to say, I spent 25 years raising the kids I had with your woman. It's almost like he kind of contemplated that and got mentally twisted. But you know what bugged me a little bit about this promo?
Right.
Randy standing there and Cena standing across. Cena wearing what he's wearing, he looked like he was reduced to a 15-year-old kid getting scolded.
Yeah.
That's what he looked like.
Because he ain't as beefy as he used to be. And Randy's in full beef.
Yeah, they done switched. Cena says that he's been a better father to the kids out there than the parents have. He points to a 6-year-old, and the 6-year-old that gave me the finger and stuff, so he berates the kid for having to lose a father.
Yep.
And being a brat. He is jumping down these people's throats. I enjoy it.
It's funny as fuck.
I enjoy it immensely. Randy says that the fans are why Cena's in the ring and made it to Hollywood and all this. And Randy refers to himself as furniture. Like, I'm here to stay. You're a guest. Cena calls out that the fans' stupidity via the dueling chant, and then they did it. Yep. Like, these idiot fans, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, and then they started doing it. I was like, y'all
not making it.
Y'all are some epic simpletons. You literally don't feed the troll. You're trying to out-troll the king of wrestling troll right now. Mm-hmm. It's like, dumbass says what? And all of you, what? Yeah. What?
Exactly.
Cena calls out a rando. It says, I call out a rando and drained him of color. And so imagine going through that for 25 years. I was like, pretty good. Cena talks about people wasting their lives. As one guy's 100 years old, and the best thing he was able to do was dress up like Jack Black. It's like he's 100 years old, and dressing like Jack Black is the best that he could ever do.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, oh.
He was climbing all up, and he taking the whole Ric Flair thing and pointing out people.
Just ran, yes.
And ragging on them.
Orton talks about wrestling giving his family everything. And Cena states that when he leaves and they make a new belt, a little tinfoil belt, that counter of 14 titles you got will reset to 1, and thus your family will be erased. I was like, he is super healing it up. Super, like, I'm going to erase your legacy. I'm going to erase all 3 generations of you. You got to go. Cena agrees that they should have a match because Orton's like, we need to do this. Mm-hmm. He said, but you know what? We're going to do it at Backlash, St. Louis. And this is special because that's where you're from, Randy. And it's like, I'm going to beat you in your hometown in front of your family. Mm-hmm. So Cena says that this is the closest to the belt that Randy's going to get. Tosses the belt. So Randy has no choice but to instinctively catch it. But in the midst of catching it, Cena clubs him in the head with his forearm, which was I thought was a brilliant spot. Mm-hmm. He didn't let him catch it, and then he go after him. He went after him when he had no choice but to catch it. He caught him as he was catching the belt. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Randy ducks the belt shot that comes up a little bit later, hits with the Ace Crusher. Randy snaps at the ropes, which was weird because you could hear the ropes just ringing through. Mm-hmm. I thought it was from the audio from the adjacent camera you could see over there. But it kept happening after that. Mm-hmm. Randy holds the belt up while Cena slowly dies on the mat. Because Cena just put him down, Ace Crusher, and he just lay there.
Yeah.
So that was like 23, 25 minutes.
Yeah, it
Or
was.
so
It was
when
a long time.
entrance is included and all that. So you take away the entrances, you take away I say about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
You get a tag match, Los Garza versus Fraxium. And Fraxium won with the Spanish Fly, Phoenix Splash for the pin. Then we get the battle hardened Tiffany Stratton. She comes out because I had to put battle hardened. She's beat up.
She is.
She ain't injured. She might be hurt. She's certainly beat up.
Bruised in areas.
Yes. She boasts about beating Flair and being herself and not anyone else. Jade Cargill comes out, and Tiffany's face beholds deep worry. Cargill cites beating the best, but not her and Tiffany. So Tiffany calls out the ref. It's like, it's like, look, you didn't beat the best, but you didn't beat me. Tiffany's like, well, all right, get a ref.
Yeah.
Cargill's like, all right.
Immediately, I'm like, this cannot go to fruition because the way it stands now, Tiffany can't lose her belt right now, and Jade can't just get jobbed out.
So Cedra waits for a run-in, which she did. As soon as the match was made, Cedra's like, okay, who's gonna ruin it? She wants to know who I think it is. So my bad choices were Nia Jax or her crew. The boring choices would be Charlotte or Naomi. An interesting choice would be Bianca Belair. That's what I was writing after she asked that.
Mm-hmm.
So Jade hammered through Stratton and did push-ups to a chorus of boos. The match was good.
Yeah.
It was a good match. Tiffany, I think her boots were just a little wet because she slipped off the rope. And it didn't look like, she missed it. She didn't.
Her foot just slipped off.
Yeah. She has to get up there. Her feet have to be at an angle so that she can bounce up there. So she's using less knee power and more hip and ankle strength. And she can do a bounce. And it's a quick, rapid thing so her momentum don't slow down. But you could see it's like her feet didn't completely do the flicker thing and they just slid back. Mm-hmm. But she recovered quick and got her mojo back and got up there.
Yeah, they worked through that misstep, so to speak, very well.
Yeah.
It didn't go to try and set it up immediately the exact same way. It flowed a lot better, like they knew what they were doing.
Yep. Tiffany led this match and she did a great job. I think she did a good job.
Yeah. Wasn't a lot of downtime. Nobody got lost.
Yep. Everyone was, more or less in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And what's her name? Tiffany. Naomi, Tiffany, they look alike. So Tiffany, she tried a cartwheel and Jake.
What the hell, man?
And Jake caught her and it was just brute strength to hold her and then put her in that dragon bomb.
She stopped her momentum cold.
Yes. Tiffany was in midair.
And she stopped her momentum cold. But if you look at the guns that Jay's got on her, you can see that, yeah, she's got some show, but she's also got a lot of go.
Yep. Naomi, she ran in. Okay. One of the boring ones. She attacked Jade, gaining her the win, if traditional rules. Yeah, she ran in and attacked. And she was clubbing her. She looks weird in the outfit. She needs to tone it back, but
I like the outfit.
I didn't. Naomi looked like the Riddler. I did not like that.
I like the yellow.
Mm-hmm. Guess where the outfit began and the human began? Because that's the riddle.
Talking about some I know what that meant.
She exits as Tiffany enters the ring. And then Nia Jax attacks Tiffany from behind. So we got the boring choice and we got the bad choice.
And nobody was happy to see Nia.
Nobody. No, it won't. She got in the ring and it wasn't like, whoa. It was like we're not even going to tell you she back there because we don't even care.
Mm-hmm.
So Jax hits her finish on Stratton and parades with the belt. There you go.
Yeah.
The U.S. champ, Jacob Fatu, comes out led by Solo Sikoa. Whoo, Solo. Okay. Solo cut his promo. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but he cut his promo and he sounded like all the mustard has been taken out of him. He had nothing behind his voice. It's my time in this ring, and all of you are going to bow down to me tonight. He went from that to, didn't I say that all of you would bow down to me tonight? I told you I would. Didn't I, sir? I said that. Good grief. The wind was not in his sails. He was in the center of the Atlantic with no help.
Yeah.
It was terrible. The fans chant Fatu and boo Solo while trying to cheer for the intro for Fatu.
Yeah.
Yay! Fatu! Fatu! Everyone listen to me. Boo! I'm introducing you. Yay! Boo!
Yeah, it was a struggle.
Solo talked up being the reason why Jacob is in the WWE. He was like, nobody in my family wanted you. They said you was a risk and all that. And Jacob is like,
It was cool.
Yeah, it's all cool. And then when he mentioned being the reason why he's champion, he gained the side eye.
I'm like, he's the tone of the positive rhetoric is changed. I was like, he gonna look at it. He came up, that's a big side eye.
He started getting his big boy voice on when he started getting to that. Yeah. And Jacob is like, he about Bubba Smith them. Watch Police Academy and Bubba Smith when the joyride, when he's learning to drive, and then the dude grabs the wheel like, you dumb, and he looks at him, he gives him that look. Yeah, and Bubba Smith's side eye. One of the best side eyes in movie history, if not the absolute best side eye in movie history. So, y'all go check that out and tell me. Fatu cut a promo directly at Solo. And then LA Knight's music hits. He comes out. Knight wants his rematch, and Knight's shades were shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny. Then McIntyre comes out slowly.
Slow.
With a mic. Drew wants the top dog, and Knight is bored and wants people to wake him up when the mush mouth is done talking.
I mean, Drew was talking for a bit, okay? Because he talked the whole slow way up the ramp, and as soon as his music hit, LA Knight went and started reclining in the corner up on the rope.
Forgot he was even
there. Drew was talking so long that literally we forgot that LA Knight was there.
We forgot he was even there.
And then LA was like, wait me when his mush mouth. I was like, dang,
Yep. I was like, where is Knight? And I was like, oh, he's right there in the corner. I was like, he is so chill. I'm like, dude, there are brutal heels in the ring. At least one brutal heel. And you just in the corner like ain't nothing gonna happen.
Yeah, he's like, L.A., I don't care.
Yep. Drew calls out everything, all right? Calls everything out, and it's like, and everything is a joke to you, right, Knight? And he's like, but the only joke is your last title run. And Knight's like, I'd insult you, but who knows when your last title run was.
For real.
And so Knight offers to fight Drew. He's like, okay.
And goes get in the ring, drops the mic.
I quietly marked out over there. He was like, well, we can fight right now. Okay. I was like, yes, sir. Do it. I love that from Drew. He accepts. All this comes out. Whoa. Y'all want this? Y'all want this in Texas? All right, then.
You had to put on your small clothes.
Yep. And then come on out. So, okay, so the match is made for later. So then now we got the women's U.S. title match. Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is the champion. So it's a decent match. Led and carried by Green. She did well. her minions were caught cheating, and neither one was DQ'd.
They were ejected.
Yep. And then after they were ejected, Sunset Flip Bomb gained Vega the win, and she's the new champ.
And then the Secret Hervis came out, and Vega vacated the ring real quick because you know she's a mighty bite and she'll get squashed again.
Yep. And I had to note here, just to let y'all know, I knew Vega would not win, and I was wrong. Interesting. Chelsea Green is someone I do not like her style, as like her gimmick, her personality. I do not like it. It is antagonizing. It's almost insulting, but she does it to perfection. But the problem is, it's the only one she's got.
Yeah, it doesn't annoy me as much as it annoys Cedric. It's kind of like reverse how it is for me and Christian. Like Christian, I'm like, shh.
I'll be honest with you. Christian's last promo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, dude would get jumped, beat down, or shot. Say that crap to me, man. No. I'd be like, I look at him. You better have eyes in the back of your head for the next 7 days. I ain't got to get you here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you leave your hotel, and I might be on you. You might be one who put that dent in your car, and then I'd be like, oh, no, you're looking at the future and slam your head into it.
I bust your knee so it don't work for you.
I'm just saying, the stuff he was saying to Nick Wayne,
Yep.
I'm like, man.
It was more than fighting words.
Next level kill somebody. I wish you could just understand how I could just kill a man. So Miz gifted Carmelo a chain with Andre the Giant's face on it, and it was
gaudy.
as Cedra said, gaudy.
It was so big. Like 5 inches, a 5-inch charm.
That don't look like me, boss. That don't look like me.
But Carmelo appeared to be moved.
Yes, he was channeling very well.
Yeah.
Miz goes to the ring and gets on the mic. Miz talks up Rey Mysterio being hurt, and instead of calling him, who's been there for 20 years, he called some replacement who's been there for 2 days.
Some replacement Rey.
He's upset that Orton called on Joey Hendry to fight him at WrestleMania instead of him. I'm like, you are making I like this Miz.
Some very good points.
Yes. He is tired of being passed over by Flash and the Pans and such. What?
And overlooked.
Music hits, and it's Aleister Black. He makes his return from Malachi Black as in AEW. The fans are not impressed.
Nope.
They're not cheering. They're not all over the place. Then the fans, not in unison. They are mixed in chanting "Welcome back." They just can't, welcome back. Welcome back.
The commentary's about the same. They're quiet for a bit, and they're like, "Oh, we should be talking." The darkness, all this.
The fans eventually
did
get
you
it
just
together.
get your lines, dude?
It's like, look at your notes, say what they told you to say. And then the Miz begins to ask, who the hell is you think? And boom, catch a reverse spinning high kick to the face, knockout.
Yep.
I'm gonna just tell y'all this straight up. I want y'all to understand. Rusev being back, he got in shape and came back.
Yeah.
Because he was getting out of shape.
He was?
Oh, yeah. Because he was big and defined-ish, but solid. He had that built farmer boy look.
Yeah.
He come back now. He's got the abs. He's, shaving his body. He's ripped again. He's not just toned and thick. He's ripped. It's like it's all over the place.
I guess I didn't get there and look at him that close. Okay.
It was just too obvious to me. These people,
butt, so it don't matter.
This is WWE. These people are not going to be in the world championship scenes like you think. They are going to be holding it down for the mid card and jobbing out people in the opening card, if anything.
Yeah.
That's all they're going to do. They are put in there. Right now, Aleister Black, is he a heel? Is he a face? Don't really know. Don't really matter. They'll use him to counterbalance whatever is going wrong, because right now it can't just be Drew, Priest, Knight, Jacob, Solo, Tama. That's it. Those are your top people in the mid card. So they're going to add him, and Nakamura will come back, and there'll be some others. So they got to balance it out. That's all this is. We'll pay you to balance it out, and once we get a better groove, if some other people come, you might get gone again, and you'll be seeing Malachi Black and Miro. So just let y'all know. So Bianca Belair, she's in the back. She explains that she went to WrestleMania with a couple of broken fingers. She didn't end it. She went in with a couple of broken fingers. Yeah, that's what she said. Mm-hmm. So all right, she really wanted to be in that match.
She did.
That, how can I say this? If that does not weigh in the minds of the bookers and writers and stuff as someone that should be seen as kind of a dominant champion at some point, with her body, her work ethic, her work ability, and that level of determination to be at a show, yeah, if they can't see that, they can go to hell.
She didn't have I'm going to lose face. She didn't work like she was going to lose. She didn't work like she was hurt.
Damn straight.
Consummate professional. And she looked good.
Yep. Now, I'll be honest with you. What she was wearing looked something she should be wearing at a vaudeville or something.
Yeah, she like a showgirl.
Just saying. So
she was showing out. She looked good with her.
I just thought the roses on the top of her breast looked dumb.
I thought she looked good.
I thought it just looked dumb. It just looked dumb. I did not like that.
To me, the feathery shit that Io Sky had hanging off her ass looked dumb.
Yeah, but see, it's equal to me. Yeah, it looked dumb. Like, Riho and her little frillies on her wrist. It just looks dumb. Rio would do better to wear slightly baggy-ish pants. It would just help. Because without it, she's just cute and little. And that's a stain on AEW's history. No. In Stardom, it can work. But when you're working with someone that's 4 times your size and yet average for us, no. It don't look right.
She was always cheered.
And she was cute. Why. She was happy.
That's not why she was cheered.
Yeah. Backstage, Nia Jax rolls up on Naomi and tells her to stay out of her way when it comes to Tiffany. And Naomi tells her, fine, so long as you proceed with caution. She's like, rude. I'm sitting here like, man.
You need to start walking around like your bigness going to protect you from getting your ass whooped. Because if I saw anybody walk around back looking like Naomi, I sure wouldn't roll up on her because she got problems for real.
Yeah.
And she's ready to share them with you.
This is what they should do. Hear me out. Just put Naomi in the background. Somebody's doing a promo, right? Naomi ain't talking. She's not walking around. She is in the background sitting down, a hand or both hands on her knees, and a hand on her head like she has got a lot on her mind. Mm-hmm. She says nothing, does nothing but that. And that's it. That's it. That's all. That would do a lot. Something so simple yet so powerful. Like she's in the background and she got a lot on her mind. And a little bit later on, she messed somebody up.
Yeah, that'd be good.
She messed them up. I like this Naomi. I hope they don't mess her up. I like it.
She could be a dominant force if they let her.
Yes. Take Nia out. She does not need to be there. Anyway, I wrote Naomi needs to bust her down for getting in her face.
Mm-hmm. I bust your knees so it don't work for you no more.
Yep.
You know where I'm getting that from?
Hey, y'all know where that's coming from?
Do you know?
You a 2-bit leg breaker. It's a living. It's a waste of life. Somebody ain't got no guts no more. It's like,
What's the matter with you, Mick? He was minding his business.
too many great lines in that movie.
He was minding his business.
So
Y'all know what that movie is? You get an e-cookie.
LA Knight comes out and they have audio issues and they've had it all night with blackouts and sound failing at times. I don't know what happened. The first one with who was that knocked over the? Was that was NXT?
But Trick Williams had a fit. I'm gonna tap the floor. Tap the floor with a pipe, man.
And they fell and you could tell they slid just like at the screen. And as soon as they did, blackout. It was all jacked up. The secret was like, I said, give them a little bit, they'll fix it. They gotta change cameras, and they changed cameras and they fixed it.
Like, I don't know what the floor did to you, Trick, but the floor ain't gonna lose.
No, he knocked the thing over. They fell on the floor.
It did, but he at first attacked the floor with a pipe.
He did. He slammed that pipe on the floor.
I'm like, the floor ain't gonna lose.
Somebody should have walked in there. The floor don't hit back, you little bitch. And then, and at that point, you know, you gotta do your thing. You gotta fight them.
Yeah.
You ain't got a choice. Right. Even if you know you're gonna lose, you got to be like,
you just mad because it's true.
Yeah. It's a LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre. Okay, it's a decent match. It was all right, but I was like, this ain't gonna go to fruition. Matches usually don't. So Solo attacks Knight with the spike behind the ref. Drew plans to take advantage with the Claymore kick as he did his countdown, but Priest tackles him, causing a DQ and giving Drew the win. I guess they never really say what these matches end with. Mm-hmm. Knight and Priest argue, and Fatu dives on both of them. Mm-hmm. Jacob pulls bodies into the ring and BMEs Knight and Priest. Yep. Best moonsault ever.
And everybody was happy. Everybody was on their feet.
For Fatu 42
with his backwards jersey.
Yep, I was like, he did that on purpose. I hope. Because if he had said that crap to Solo, and Solo said, "That's why your jersey on backwards," it would have been funny. It would have been petty as hell, but it would have been funny. That's why your jersey on backwards.
That might have popped Fatu out of character.
Yeah, it might have. It might have.
I mean, like, what, motherfucker?
So we get to the end. We get to the tables, ladders, and chairs triple threat tag team title main event match.
Yep.
Motor City Machine Guns versus Do It Yourself versus Street Profits.
Okay, so Nag Ciampa, what's his name?
Really? The incense?
The incense. So something went horribly wrong, and he had to shave off his beard.
When he first walked in, I didn't really recognize him, and I was like, wow, okay, he done dropped 20 or 30 years.
He looks so much younger. His face matches his body now.
And then he came out for the match. I was like, oh, he looks so unwell.
Yeah, they showed him again later before the match, and he was sitting there lacing his boots, which was kind of weird. He looked very domestic sitting there doing that.
And he was very focused.
Yes, he was. And he still looked young, but when he was coming out to the match, it's like, I think he got lighthouse keeper face developing. Man, maybe that's why he need a beard.
Let's see, was it Cope? That's lighthouse keeper. Brian Danielson. That's another lighthouse keeper. Yeah.
And when I say lighthouse keeper face, hey, look, you know, it's the old dude who lived in a lighthouse for 80 years. He's 90 years old, and he's got a sucking face. He's real thin and frail, and there's a lot of warning and, you know, because stuff's going to happen and nobody listens to him. That's what it looked like.
The ship's coming in a little early. Yeah, sure. The tide is about 45 miles too high. I think you're over-exaggerating. We're now 32 miles underwater. We're going to drown. I think you're full of crap.
That dude, that's what I think that's what he's got going on. He's trying to cover it with a beard, but
yeah, maybe. Either something went horribly wrong, or they said, "Hey, man, we need you to look younger and spry out there."
All of a sudden, had he always had that stuff on his face?
Not always, but so long that people forgot that he didn't. And he was, I mean, I didn't recognize him. And at points during the match, after the match got going and the blood is flowing through the body because you're working, his face filled out. And I was like, okay, now he just looks crazy young. And I couldn't recognize him out there for a little bit.
Him and Gargano are so small.
Here you go.
They are so small. Jade got thicker thighs than them, man.
Will you stop body shaming?
I'm not body shaming. I'm not saying they're bad because they're small. They're just small. Motor City Machine Guns are small too.
You just pointing out the size.
Hey, man, they're healthy. More power to you. Be small. But, man, y'all small. You're small men. You know I'm not a fan of small men.
I know.
But I'm not a small woman. I wouldn't look right with a small man anyway.
You need me.
I do.
Everything is fine because I am here.
Okay.
I need to finish watching that series. My Hero Academia. Montez Ford, he comes out like the Heartbreak Kid, Sean, Macho Man Savage.
Yeah, really. He's a blend of both.
They use tables, ladders, chairs, and prosthetic legs.
Yep.
Street Profits win by Ford unhooking the belt rigging instead of undoing each belt that each team had issues working through. But
yeah.
I was like, this is just a meaningless match. This is their 40-some day reign as champion. This is their second or third defense, and in this level of match with no proper work up to it. So y'all threw away. This could have been at Backlash. You ain't got that long. You ain't got that long before Backlash. This could have
2 weeks.
Yeah, y'all could have done a few more, beat downs or something, or talking trash and be like, we need to settle this once and for all, yada, yada, yada. Everyone goes to the back of the line. We're going to settle it at Backlash. It's going to be a TLC match, and Street Profits win because we're going to keep it, and then they can be like, nope, you can't keep a belt that you don't rightfully deserve. So Motor City Machine Guns, we're taking it, and Do It Yourself can walk out by yourself.
Who is going to go for it now?
They could just talk that trash.
Do It Yourself lost. Motor City Machine Guns lost. They need to get on for a while.
Yep. Now
they need to get on for a while.
You got to bring in a new team. Yeah.
They should be done.
Put it like this. The fans will be tired of seeing them.
They did bring in a new team today.
Who that be?
Fraxium.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's going to be one of them, y'all. Well, look, we're going to get up out of here, all right? This has been Cedric and CJ for CR Wrestling Commentary on Friday Night SmackDownish. Want y'all to like, share, subscribe, click that bell so y'all can stay cool. Well, be cool, be chill, be safe, so we can see you next time.